Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am Rashid Kani, and today I am delivering my second lecture on the topic ratio, rate, time, and speed. This is exercise 9A, D1 mathematics, chapter number 9, O levels. And the question number 1 is this: simplify each of the following ratios. And part 1 is 1.5 kilograms ratio 350 grams. We have to simplify this ratio as we have told in my previous lecture that both the quantities should be in the same units. So let us convert the kilogram into grams. As you know, 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 grams. It's mean 1.5 kilograms are equals to 1.5 times 1000 grams. So multiplying 1.5 with 1000, we get 1500 grams. It's mean 1.5 kilograms is the quantity which can be replaced by 1500 grams. So let us write 1500 grams in place of 1.5 kilograms ratio 350 grams. Now, this is the ratio which now can be simplified. You know what? A ratio can easily be converted into fraction. So let us convert it into fraction as 1500 divided by 350. Simplifying this number, we get 5 times 30 equals to 1500, or 5 times 7, cancelling 150 over 35. 5 times 30 is 150 and 5 times 7 is 35. 5 and 5 cancels each other, and we left with 30 over 7, and it can be written as 30 ratio 7. Now this is the simplified form of the given ratio 1.5 kilograms to 350 grams, which is equals to 30 ratio 7 becomes the answer of the question. And now we will solve the part B. And part B of question number 1 is 15 over 24 ratio 9 over 7. So 15 over 24 ratio 9 over 7. 15 over 24 ratio 9 over 7. We can convert this ratio into fraction as 15 over 24 whole divided by 9 over 7. Now 7 will be multiplied with 15 and 24 will be multiplied with 9. We get 15 times 7 divided by 24 times 9. Simplifying that, 5 threes are 15 and 3 threes are 9, 7 threes are 21, and 24 threes are 72. 5 threes are 15. 7 fives are 35. 35 over 24 threes are 72. Now this is the simplified form of this ratio 35 ratio 72. There is no common factor between 35 and 72 other than 1. So now this is the simplified form of it and becomes the answer of the question. Now the part C is 0.45 ratio 0.85. 0.45 ratio 0.85. 0.45 can be written as 45 over 100 because we have two digits after the point. So we put two zeros after one in the denominator. Ratio 85 over 100. Now we convert this ratio into fraction as 45 over 100 divided by 85 over 100. Now 45 over 100 as it is, multiply by 100 will be multiplied with 45 and 85 will be multiplied with 100. So now we can cancel 100 and 100, ones are 100, and we left with 45 over 85. 45 over 85, using the table of 5 we can write 45 as 5 times 9, which is equals to 45, and we can write 85 as 5 times 17. Cancelling 5, we left with 9 over 17, and which can be written as 9 ratio 17, which is the simplified form of part C. Now we will solve the part 4 of question number 1, that is the part D, and the part D is 580 milliliter ratio 1.12 liters ratio 104 milliliters. 580 milliliters ratio 1.12 liters ratio 104 milliliters. These three ratios are not in the same units, because 1.12 mid ratio is in liters and other two ratios are in milliliters. First, we convert this liters into milliliters, as 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliters. So 1.12 liters is equals to 1.12 times 1000 milliliters. Multiplying 1.12 with 1000, we get 1120 milliliters. So now we can replace the quantity 1.12 liters by 1120 milliliters. So replacing it, we get 580 milliliter ratio 1120 milliliter ratio 104 milliliters. Now we simplify these ratios by using the table of 4. That is, 580 can be written as 145 times 4 ratio 1120 can be written as 280 times 4 ratio 104 can be written as 26 ratio 4. Now 4 exists in all three quantities. We cancel 4 and we get 145 ratio 280 ratio 26. So these three numbers are not divisible by any other number other than 1 at the same time. So this is the simplified form of this part D. Hence becomes the answer. Now we will solve the part E, and the part E is 2 over 3 ratio 3 over 2 ratio 5 over 8. 2 over 3 ratio 3 over 2 ratio 5 over 8. So solving 2 over 3 ratio 3 over 2 ratio 5 over 8. Actually, it is the ratio between the fractions, and in fraction we use to multiply these fractions by the LCM of the denominators. And the LCM of denominators, that is 3, 2 and 8, is 24. LCM of 3, 2 and 8 is equals to 24. Let us multiply these fractions by 24. So 24 times 2 over 3 ratio 24 times 3 over 2 ratio 24 times 5 over 8. 3 8s are 24, 2 12s are 24, and 8 3s are 24. Multiplying these terms, 8 2s are 16, 12 3s are 36 ratio 5 3s are 15. So this is now the simplified form of part E. Now let us solve the part F, and the part F is 0.33 ratio 0.63 ratio 1.8. So the part F is 0.33 ratio 0.63 ratio 1.8. Converting these decimals into fractions, we can write as 33 over 100 because we have two digits after the point in this decimal. So we put two zeros after 1 in the denominator. Similarly, 0.63 can be written as 63 over 100 and 1.8 can be written as 18 over 10. In this quantity, we have only one digit after point. So we put one zero after 1 in the denominator. Now multiplying these terms by 100 because 100 is the LCM of these fractions. So 100 times 33 over 100 ratio 100 times 63 over 100 ratio 100 times 18 over 10. Simplifying, we get 33 ratio 63 ratio 100 times 10 times 10 tens are 100. So 18 times 10 is 180. 180. Now all these numbers are divisible by 3 also. So let us divide them by 3. 3 11s are 33 and 3 21s are 63 and 3 60s are 80. So this is the ratio which is now in the simplified form. This was the question number 1. Now let us solve the question number 2. So this is the question number 2. In part A of question 2, it is saying that find the values of A if A ratio 400 is equals to 6 ratio 25. So let us solve this part. The ratio is part A ratio 400 is equals to 6 ratio 25. We can convert the ratio into fractions. Converting a ratio into fraction, we can write it as A over 400 is equals to 6 over 25. As the 400 is dividing in the left side, we will multiply in the right side. So value of A is equals to 6 over 25 times 400. Simplifying, we get the value of A, that is, as you know, 25 16s are 400. So multiplying 16 by 6, we get the value of A, which is equals to 96. So this was the part A, and the part B of question number 2 is given that 5b ratio 8 is equals to 2 ratio 5. 5b ratio 8 is equals to 2 ratio 5. Find the value of b. So 5b ratio 8 is equals to 2 ratio 5. So converting ratio into fraction, we can write it as 5b over 8 equals to 2 over 5. So now multiplying the right side with 8, 5b is equals to 2 over 5 times 8 and dividing this by 5. So value of b is 2 over 5 times 8 over 5. As this 5 is multiplied in the left side, we will divide the right side by 5 also. And now multiplying 8 twos are 16 and 5 fives are 25. Now this is the number which cannot be simplified anymore. So becomes the value of b. This was the question number 2. Now we will solve the question number 3. So this is the question number 3, where he is saying that given that 2x over 5 is equals to 3y over 8, find the ratio of x ratio y. We have to find this ratio x ratio y. So let us solve this part. So the question number 3 is 2x over 5 is equals to 3y over 8. Now it can be written as 2x over 5 equals to 3y over 8. We multiply 5 in the right side because it is dividing in the left side. So 2x is equals to 3y over 8 times 5. We will divide the left side by 3y because 3y is multiplying in the right side. So 2x over 3y is equals to 5 over 8. Now 3 is dividing over here and 2 is multiplying over here. We will multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 2 over 3, that is 3 over 2 times 2x over 3y is equals to 5 over 8 times 3 over 2. So here cancelling 2 and 3, we get x over y equals to 5 threes are 15 over 16, and now this becomes the ratio, that is x ratio y equals to 15 ratio 16, and this becomes the question number 3 and its answer. Now we will solve the question number 4. So this is the question number 4. Given that A ratio B ratio C is equals to 75 ratio 120 ratio 132, and in part 1 he is saying that simplify A ratio B ratio C. So let us simplify A ratio B ratio C. As you can see in question number 4, A ratio B ratio C is equals to 75 ratio 120 ratio 132. We can simplify this ratio by using the table of 3, that is 75 can be written as 3 times 25, 120 can be written as 3 times 40, and 132 can be written as 3 times 44. Cancelling 3 from all the quantities in this ratio, we left with 25 ratio 40 ratio 44. So this is the simplified form of A ratio B ratio C. Now let us solve the part B, and this is the part B where we have to find B ratio A. B ratio A. So you can see that this is the A ratio B ratio C in the simplified form, and this is the value of B in the quantity, and this is the value of A in this quantity, and the B ratio A will be 40 divided ratio 25, and this ratio can be simplified because we have only two terms. In above we was having three terms where 44 is not divisible by 5. So now 40 and 25 are the two quantities which are now divisible by 5, and we can simplify it as 5 times 8, which is equals to 40, and 5 times 5 is 25. Cancelling 5, we left with 8 ratio 5, which is the simplified form of B ratio A. Now the part C is find B ratio C, and B ratio C. This is the value of B in this given ratio, and this is the value of C, that is 40 ratio 44. Using the table of 4, we can simplify this ratio, that is this can be written as 4 times 10 and 4 times 11. 4 times 11, which is equals to 44. Cancelling 4, we get 10 ratio 11. This is the value of B ratio C, and this was the question number 4. Now let us solve the question number 5. This is the question number 5. There are 14 boys and 25 girls in a school badminton team. 14 are the boys, 25 are the girls. Find the ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls. So let us solve this part. Question number 5. Number of boys is equals to 14. Number of girls is equals to 25. Part A is number of boys to the number of girls, number of girls. This ratio now is 14 ratio 25, which we had to find. Now we will solve the part 2. In part 2, he is saying that the number of girls to the total number of players in the team, and the total number of players in the team are total players is equals to 14 plus 25, and this equals to 39. 39. Number of girls to total number of players, total number of players is equals to the number of girls are 25. So this becomes 25 ratio. Total number of player is 39. 25 ratio 39 becomes the answer of this question. So this was the question number 5. Now let us solve the question number 6. So this is the question number 6. A total of 3,600 athletes participated in Singapore 2010 Youth Olympic Games. There were 1,200 media representatives who reported on the games, 20,000 volunteers who helped during the games, and 370,000 spectators who attended the game. Find the ratio of the number of athletes to the number of volunteers, and in the second part, the number of media representatives to the number of athletes to the number of spectators. This is the continued ratio, and in part 1 we have to find the simplest ratio, that is number of athletes to the number of volunteers. Number of athletes is 3,600 and number of volunteers are 20,000. So let us find this ratio. Question number 6 solution. Total number of athletes, total number of athletes is equals to 3,600. Total number of media representatives, total number of media representatives is equals to 1,200. Number of number of volunteers is equals to 20,000, and number of spectators is equals to 37,000. So first we have to find the number of athletes, to the number of volunteers, number of athletes to the number of volunteers is equals to number of athletes are 3,600 ratio number of volunteers are 20,000. Simplifying these ratio, we get 36 ratio 200, and simplifying furthermore we get 18 ratio 100, and further simplifying we get 9 ratio 15 by using the table of 2. So this was the part 1 of question number 6. Now let us solve the part 2, and the part 2 is a continued ratio, the number of media representatives to the number of athletes to the number of spectators. So let us solve second part. Number of media representatives, number of media representatives to the number of athletes to the number of spectators. The number of media representatives is 1200. Number of athletes is 3600, and the spectators are 37,000. So let us write these three terms in given ratio. 1200 are the media representatives ratio, 3600 are the athletes ratio, 37,000 are the spectators. So let us simplify this. Simplifying we get 12 ratio 36 ratio 36 ratio 3700. This is 370,000. 370,000. So 370,000. So simplifying we get 3700. So dividing again by the table of 2, 6 twos are 12, 18 twos are 36, and 1850 twos are 3700. Again it can be divisible by 2. So dividing it by 2 we get 2 threes are 6, 2 nines are 18, and 2 925s are 1850. So this becomes the answer. Now the ratio is in its simplest form. Sorry. So this was the question number 6. I hope you understand the question. Now we will solve the question number 7. This is question number 7. A certain amount of money is shared between Ruifeng and Vishal in the ratio of 5 ratio 9. There is a certain amount of money. We don't know how exactly that money is, but the money is shared between two persons, Rui Feng and Vishal, in the ratio 5 ratio 9. If Rui Feng gets 44 less than Vishal, find the total amount of money that is shared between the two boys. So let us solve this question. Let Rui Feng shares Rui Feng shares X dollars. We let that the amount that Rui Feng shared is X dollars, and Vishal share is equals to Y dollars. We let that the amount shared between Rui Feng and Vishal is X dollars and Y dollars. The ratio between their share is ratio between their share is X ratio Y is equals to the ratio between their share is 5 ratio 9, as you can see over here. So we put this ratio equals to 5 ratio 9. Converting ratio into fraction, we get x over y equals to 5 over 9. By cross multiplication, we get 9x is equals to 5y, or we can say that 9x minus 5y equals to 0. This is the amount shared between Rui Feng and Vishal, and we consider this equation as equation number 1. Now, another information given here, that if Rui Feng gets $44 less than Vishal, we write this information as the amount shared by Rui Feng is X dollars, and Rui Feng gets $44 less than Vishal. We subtract 44 from Vishal's share to get Rui Feng's share. So this becomes the equation number 2. So we put this the value of x or equation 2 in equation 1. Put x equals to y minus 44 in equation 1. Putting in equation 1, we get 9 times. We put the value of x in place of x, that is y minus 44. Y minus 44 minus 5y equals to 0. Multiplying 9, we get 9y minus 44. Nines are 396. 396 minus 5y equals to 0. So we take minus 396 towards the right side. So we left with 9y minus 5y equals to 396. So subtracting 5y from 9y, we get 4y, which is equals to 396. Dividing it by 4, we get a value of y, which is equals to 396 over 4. And dividing it by 4, we get the value of y, which is equals to 99. 99, as the y is the dollars, so $99. So to find, this is the share of Vishal, y. Vishal share is $99. Now Rui Feng share is X dollars. To find the value of X, we put the value of Y, this one, in equation 2. So putting in equation 2, we get X is equals to Y, which is 99 minus 44. Subtracting 44 from 99, we get $55. $55. So Rui Feng share is $55 and Vishal share is $99. So this is the question number 7. Now we will solve the question number. And question number 8 is Amira, Hugsian and Priya makes a total of 1530 toys. 1530 toys in the ratio 12, ratio 16, ratio 17. 12 is the ratio of Amira, 16 is the ratio of Hugsian, and 17 is the ratio of Priya. Find the number of toys Hugsian makes and amount of money Priya earns if she paid $1.65 for each toy. So let us solve this question. Total number of toys, total number of toys is equals to 1530. These are the total number of toys, and ratio of their making toys, ratio of their making toys is equals to 12 ratio 16 ratio 17. 12 ratio 16 ratio 17. In part 1, he demands that the number of toys Huxian makes. We have to find the number of toys of Huxians. So number of toys Huxian makes, number of toys Huxian makes is equals to, we have to find this number, and to find this we first we find sum of ratios. Sum of ratios is equals to 12 plus 16 plus 17. These are three ratios of three girls. So the sum of ratio is 45. Number of toys Axion makes is equals to 16 divided by 45 times 1530. We divide the ratio of Hugsian, which is 16, by sum of ratios, which is 45, and multiply this fraction by total number of toys, that is 1530, to get the number of toys Hugsian makes. So simplifying this, we get 45 ones are 45, and 45 34s are 1530. So we multiply 16 by 34, which is equals to 544. So Hugsian have 544 number of toys. Now we will solve the part 2 of this. Now he is saying in part 2 the amount of money Priya earns if she is paid $1.65 for each toy. First we will find the number of toys Priya have, and we multiply that number by $1.65 to find the total amount she earn. So number of toys Priya makes, number of toys Priya makes is equals to, the ratio of Priya is 12, sorry 17. The ratio of Priya is 17, and the sum of ratio is 45. We divide the ratio of Priya by the sum of ratios, multiplying this number by total number of toys, which is 1530, and simplifying we get 45 34s are 17, and multiplying 17 by 34 we get the number of toys Priya have. The Priya have 578 number of toys. So for each toy, for each toy Priya earns equals to $1.16. So total amount Priya earns is equals to 1.16 times 578. We multiply the price of one toy to the total number of toys to get the total amount Priya earns, and Priya earns $953.70. $953.70. This is the total amount that Priya earned. This is the second part of question number 8. Hence, with question number 8, this is the end of the lecture. And in my next lecture, I will solve problems from question number 9 and onward. So till then, take care of yourself. Do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.